Hi, we're the Carruthers, and we're here to tell you how wonderful Nichola is. So what made our experience with Nichola so amazing, Emily?
I remember the first time that we had Nichola come to our home and have a cup of coffee with us. We were looking for a realtor, and we had a few names that we were going to go through an interview, and Nichola was the first one that came over, and we liked her right away. We didn't even bother to go and see other realtors at that point because we felt like we connected. I remember I hugged her when she walked out the door, and she went, "Oh, you're huggers."
What impressed me about Nichola in our initial meeting was her knowledge and her care. She really cared about what we wanted and what we needed. And so she asked great questions and she listened to our answers, and she came up with the right house.
I feel like the initial representation of her plan for us was very organized. I highly appreciate organization, and so she came and had all of the paperwork ready to show us all the options, this kind of stuff, that kind of stuff, and it made us as a customer feel very confident. Hey?
We've bought and sold real estate in the past, and what made this experience different was Nichola. She's trustworthy, she's innovative, she's not afraid to take risks, and she's flexible. And one thing we really appreciated, she was so informative. She was always keeping us abreast of everything, how everything was going with the sale of our house and the purchase of the new house. In fact, we used Nichola for both transactions, and we were so glad we did because she knew the market in both areas.
I like the kitchen. I know, it's someplace that I have to work a lot, but I love the open feel of the kitchen into the eating area and the living room. I love the way the flow of this house is and the big windows that let the natural light in here, as well as...
and you love the pantry. The pantry's
I have
huge.
a walk-through pantry that's 3 times the size of my old
biggest pantry
pantry
we've ever had, that's right. I think my favorite room in the house is the basement. One of the reasons why we bought this house is we purchased it to put our home office down in the basement, and we were able to renovate it without much work. And it just totally fits our needs, so we're really excited about working there. Before we even got into this house, we already referred to Nichola. We think she's fantastic.
I think a very important thing about a realtor and a buyer or a seller, as we were both of them, is communication. And there was great communication with both Nichola and her staff.
And with us.
And with us,
all the time.
So we were able to get questions answered quickly. If I drove down a road and I saw a house, I could call and say, hey, look, there's this house and this address. And within a very short time, I'd have the information I needed. So it was nice.